LeBron James had quite the weekend. His extended weekend started on Thursday when he confronted Stephen A. Smith at the Lakers game against the New York Knicks. And then as he walked away, just randomly looked into the crowd at a cell phone that was recording 20 rows up.
Yeah, was that Rich Paul?
To me, just totally random. Not that somebody would secretly actually be recording this to be to go viral,
right?
To show what it was. But then Stephen A. responded on Friday to the viral video that was just casually caught on a cell phone. Just casually, totally random, wasn't planted at all. Stephen A. responded Friday on ESPN by saying this.
That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son. And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it.
Okay, so absolute gold for Stephen A. Smith. But now there's this audio, apparent audio. It's not leaked because it was just caught on an open mic, where we're getting a lot more of in social media, by the way. We're hearing these conversations where LeBron and Richard Jefferson, former teammates, Richard Jefferson now doing the broadcast for ABC. Prior to the Celtics-Lakers game on Saturday, LeBron says to Richard Jefferson, that's the only thing I'm tripping. I don't give a bleep. Once he talks about, quote, I'm pleading you as a father, I can't. Like, LeBron is done with it. Like, I can't deal with that. Then LeBron injures his groin and is out 1 to 2 weeks. But that's the weekend in LeBron James. But this whole thing with Stephen A. Smith,
It's ridiculous. Not only was that the shot of the video, it was perfectly put so you saw only LeBron and saw no Stephen A. Like, we don't know how he reacted. Everyone's like, oh, he didn't. You don't know how he reacted. We actually can't see that side of the video. The video is literally for us to see LeBron looking like he's telling him something. But we have no idea exactly how Stephen A. responded. This whole thing with LeBron saying when he says that it's because he's a father, I can't with that. It's like, okay, so with Stephen A., I feel like Stephen A.'s response was trying to make us think like they're cool. He's like, I'm not mad. This is just a dad talking to me. You guys, it's LeBron. Me and LeBron are cool. And LeBron's like, what? No. Like, that's really where, that's the cliff notes of this situation.
Yeah, I can totally see that from Stephen A.'s angle.
Absolutely. Yeah. Especially hearing that.
And trying to save face as well.
Trying to save face and make it seem like they're cool. Guys, it's just a dad. He came up to me. It's all good. When in reality, it's like, LeBron, if this was all really scripted by LeBron as I think it was, LeBron was trying to make Stephen A. look like a fool. He was trying to.
Yes.
You know, and then Stephen A.
Look what I can do.
Look what I can do. I am LeBron. And you are LeBron James. You can do whatever you want. Absolutely. And then Stephen A. tried to like soften the blow and make it seem like, guys, it's not a big deal. It's just a dad, you know, whatever. It's cool. And now LeBron hearing this, he's like, get out of my face. That's not, you know, I was being serious.
But I also then hearing this stuff with Richard Jefferson, it's more of LeBron trying to carry along this narrative that I just, there's two things that bother me about it. Number one, I said, so LeBron is going to get stern and tough with Stephen A. Smith when he mocks Doug Gottlieb about his record because Doug said stuff about Bronny James that LeBron didn't like. Mm-hmm. So it's a laughing matter on one hand, but it's serious business with Stephen A. Smith. That seems to be two different reactions. Why didn't he come with the same heat as he did as a parent to Doug than he did with Stephen A. Smith? That didn't happen.
Well, because this is all very calculated.
Yes,
it's all
absolutely.
very calculated.
100%.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That is, we're missing something here because I agree. And that same thing what I said about Doug. I was like, why now? Why are you getting mad now? Where if you're defending your son, why did you defend your son when the comments first came out? So it's just like all of this is just ridiculous.
But it's also the point of the reason that all of this went down in the NBA was to get Bronny in the NBA. And now I don't want to say that you can't or he can't fight his own battles. You're not letting him fight his own battles.
You're not letting him.
In that way. Like he's a big boy. And if LeBron has the problems of the problem of Doug saying something about LeBron and how he did, or Stephen A saying something about LeBron, that's fine. But like Doug making the comment that Bronny wouldn't start on his Green Bay basketball team, whether it's true or not, that had nothing to do with LeBron.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with LeBron at all. It was about Bronny's skill as a basketball player. So, again, the lines are blurred when it comes to LeBron James and what you can take offense to and what you can't take offense to.
Yeah.
That's odd. He doesn't usually do this sort of stuff, Monty.
So do you think he's like...
Totally being facetious.
No, of course. He definitely is. This is right on par with LeBron. I will say Aaron Torres had a tweet, our coworker here.
Love Aaron.
Yeah, I love Aaron. He had a tweet that I was like, He's like, I think LeBron's starting to crack, like realizing what he's done to put Bronny in this situation. And like he's starting to crack, which is maybe why he's handled the situation so differently from one to the next. And I wonder if that's true. If he's starting to feel the pressure of what he did.
Possibly. Possibly. But Bronny has played well in the G League games that he's done.
Okay, but what does that mean?
I know. I just...
Mac McClung has great games in the G League.
Correct. But if Bronny was stinking in the G League,
sure,
he would have more guilt of, wow, what did I do? This kid can't even hang.
Of course. But, right, there's so much context to this. And that's the whole thing of this conversation. It's very, there's so many layers to it. Like when he tweeted months ago that Bronny was better than current NBA players. Like people are never going to forget that.
There's zero Bronny news right now.
There's zero Bronny news.
There's nothing to talk about Bronny James.
Except LeBron and
Correct.
what he's caused.
So I don't know if he's cracking or not, or if it's just a way to continue this conversation or to keep it going. I don't think it's a coincidence. Now, Stephen A. doesn't go to every single Lakers game, but
No.
I don't think it's a coincidence that he did it Lakers-Knicks at Crypto. I don't know if that was the first game that he saw Stephen A. at. I would expect you probably would have saw him at All-Star Weekend.
Probably.
Right?
You probably have his number.
What has happened? What has happened from All-Star Weekend until now with Bronny James? I have no idea. Nothing. There's no new news. There's nothing happened. So he had ample opportunity. It's just he picked this spot and then continues to be a part of the conversation. And it's also, you know what? Luka's getting a lot of hype here in LA.
Yeah.
I need to kind of be a part of the conversation as well.
And I was going to say, I was like, he's doing it when the Lakers are in the topic of conversation for a good reason. Because the Lakers are always being talked about, even if they're losing or not, right? But right now they're being talked about because they're so good with Luka, and then you do this. So is it that you want the spotlight back on you, even though you're putting it on your son?